to get into the stream. Should be live on all 3 websites now. Good. Good. Let the hate flow through you.
Live. There we go. And
That's it, baby. That's it.
Scoot in.
Give you a second to... I don't know if you want to share the live video or not, but...
sure.
If anybody wants to do
Sure
that...
can do that.
I don't know if I...
No, it's on my personal.
Oh.
I have to pay for the app
Oh,
if
yeah.
if I use the page, which is really dumb, unfortunately.
Oh. Sorry, I thought that was me.
No, it's on my personal. No, I think it's Tanner.
Way to go, Tanner. Ugh.
Okay.
All right, let's
Okay.
do this. We are live, boys. For the... This is the 4th episode now, right? Velocity Movies in Review. Starting it off, Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Part 2. If you didn't catch last week, that's a shame. It was really actually fun. This is the episode, though, where lots of stuff happens. Like, we get into it heavy with the best television battle ever.
Meh.
I don't know. There's a bone I got to pick about that, but you won't agree with me. I
Say it. Say it.
I
Say
think
it
the
right now.
battle in the third one might eclipse it.
I disagree.
I don't know.
Dude,
Not taking anything away. That's enough of that. That's a shot-for-shot remake of Helm's Deep. So,
with no fortress and an open field.
Fine, of Braveheart.
it's literally there's
Okay, Mike. Okay.
Wait, Braveheart wasn't an open field, right?
yeah.
You want to see Kyle get really mad?
Yeah.
Battle of the Bastards, followed by the Battle for Winterfell, then Helm's Deep.
No. I'm not gonna get mad, but I just simply disagree. We left off last week. Faramir found Sam and Frodo and skinny dude Smeagol disappeared.
Skinny dude.
He binded their hands, and then the movie ended, and here we are. On the second part. Before I get into the plot, what are your initial thoughts about the second half of this? Just overall, like, what do you guys think?
all the action was in the second half.
Yeah.
Loved it.
So, boner.
Boner.
I was gonna say, so Tanner definitely likes it because he's a big action porn guy.
Boner.
No, it was great.
Anything you guys don't really like about?
I forgot there was more extended scenes toward the end of Helm's Deep that I completely forgotten about.
There's a lot of Treebeard stuff.
Yeah,
Extended.
the beginning and middle, I remember those extended scenes, but some of the other ones I forgot.
I always forget the one where they get into all the tobacco. At the, I thought that part was cheesy, but it's also kind of funny because he's like might be a distant relative.
Right.
Very true.
But why does this keep loading? But I was gonna say, so one part that always confused me, it's going back to something that confused me about Game of Thrones, as well. So they basically a lot of the Rohan army died, and then by the next episode there's 6,000. I'm like, what in the world? I mean, I guess there was a lot in that army that Gandalf brought over. Must have been. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's more of what we talked about the other week about how many did go with him when he left, and it must have been all of them.
Yeah, pretty much all of them.
I think the only way to really justify it is to be like, Gandalf had 5 days to round up as many people as he could, and after this they had months.
Yeah,
to try to get everybody together. About the only way you can really justify it.
That's the only way. Yeah. But other than that, mostly likes, no dislikes.
Yeah, there's not a lot I don't like about this movie. Not unfortunately.
I've always liked this one more than the last one, but with the extended editions came out, I think I started to like the last one a little more.
All return.
Yeah.
Well, we will just have to get to that when we get to that. But for now, if you like the show, go to Facebook.com, search Velocity Entertainment, and follow us so that you can get updates when we go live on Twitch and on Facebook Live as well as YouTube. So you can watch the shows live and interact with us as you ask questions about the movies or whatever it be. We will do our best to answer them and move forward with the plot. So with that being said, We are riding to Helm's Deep. Everybody from, what is it?
Edoras.
Edoras, yep. Everybody from Edoras is now riding to Helm's Deep. In a big line, Gimli's joking about dwarf women. You can't tell them apart from men.
It's the beards.
It's the beards. Something's poking me in the back of the neck. It's the ring.
Does the ring weigh heavy on you tonight?
Oh, it's heavy on me.
Okay, I hate bringing it up. One of my dislikes, and I think is a big plot hole. I'm gonna say it again. Why was the ring around his neck? Put it in an enclosed steel case. You can wear the steel case around your neck, or you can put it in your pocket or in a
I was
satchel.
gonna say we brought that up.
It's touching.
We brought that up in an earlier episode where Bilbo kept it in his pocket
Yeah,
for most of the Hobbit.
because it's literally touching his skin.
at least put it. Yeah, at least don't let it touch your skin. But yeah, the whole time it's just.
Or have it so you can't look at
Just.
it. Yeah.
I was gonna say put it in your sock outside your or inside your shoe or whatever, but they don't wear shoes, so
Yeah. True.
that don't work.
Anyway, Gimli loses control of his horse, falls off it. She's laughing, runs over and helps. She hasn't smiled like that in a while. It's good to see her happy.
Oh yeah,
since her
and then
dad-
Theoden goes so dark, and I'm like, Theoden, this was a happy moment.
Yes, I should have something about should have loved her like a father should have once her father died. Real sad, really brings the mood down. She's happy and smiling, and we're just like, well, they're broody and mooding now.
Yeah. Aragorn has to have his brooding moments as well.
Where am I at here?
Well, the wargs are.
The wargs are about to. attack.
Well, yeah, but like he has the dream before the wargs, right?
Oh, I
like
think.
with Arwen.
Oh, does he? Maybe.
I believe so. Cause
Oh yeah, they do a whole
Yeah,
night.
they do
of,
like a flashback.
Yeah. So and during that is when she gives him the soup.
the soup.
And then he tells her that he's 87 years old.
Yeah.
And
good.
she goes, "Oh dang."
Oh, dang. You're blessed.
You
with
probably
long-
fought with my grandfather. And like, yeah, well, I
Yeah,
remember
he
him.
did. He was in battle with her grandfather Thenga,
Thenga.
dad of Theoden.
Yeah, he's like, Theoden was just a wee boy during that battle, and she's like, what?
Yeah,
But
true.
Theoden looks way older than you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but we get a lot of dream sequence with Arwen here.
I bet he hates getting ID'd at the bar. I'm freaking 87, dude.
Dude.
Gosh.
You think they ID there? Maybe. Maybe.
Well, they let hobbits go in, so whatever, I guess.
Yeah, they let hobbits get pints.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. Age is non-existent. But yeah, we get some tender moment in a dream. Essentially, I don't really.
With Eowyn.
Yeah, we just watched it. I'm kind of.
Well, he's like this.
I don't think it's a super important dream.
It's not super important.
At
It's
this
just it's
point.
basically she just like gives him a kiss and he's like, "This is a dream," and she goes, "Well, then it's a good dream." And then she says, "Basically, get some sleep." And I think after that we cut to him kind of sitting on the
the-
hillside smoking his pipe.
with the necklace. Yeah, because she asks him where he gets it. He says.
Then do they go to the flashback with Elrond and Arwen talking, or no? When's that
Yeah,
flashback?
that's
Is that
around-
now?
It's a little bit. I think it's a little bit later.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, because right now. Oh no, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it cuts right to that. Yep.
Yeah.
Saying that she needs to leave, and she says no, and then he pretty much tells her,
This is an important part because this is when she convinces Elrond to send that army
wait.
of the
Before
elves.
that, we get the cutback of Aragorn and Elrond,
Oh.
where he's telling Aragorn that he needs to let her leave or whatever.
Yeah.
There's nothing for her here, but despair essentially.
Yeah. Basically, like, hey, you're the only reason she's here, so you need to go break up with her or something. I don't know.
He tries. Yeah, he even tries to give the necklace to him or whatever. And he's like, "No, that was a gift. Keep that, dog."
But then I think the next scene is important because that people don't realize this watching it the first time. This is when she basically convinces him to send that army to Helm's Deep, and that's why the army arrived. Because she was like, "Well, men and elves used to fight side by side. Why not now? We're just abandoning them." And Elrond's like, "You're right."
I mean, they were gangster together when they took on Sauron. So
Yeah,
Right.
they were pretty gangster. Yeah.
I guess we're more hazy than normal about the whole age scene because it was extended.
yeah, it was exciting.
So,
Yeah.
like, it's not in the original, so I guess that's why I'm kind of having trouble placing it. Even though we did just watch it 2 minutes ago,
Yeah.
I still kind of suck at all of my life. It's just-
This Twitch is really having troubles.
here, yeah, I think it might just be everybody using internet.
It could be
at once,
Twitch server
so.
because it is a Thursday night. And
I mean, I'm not having any problems with my video on.
no, it's just.
OBS
I think it's
anyways.
just Twitch servers.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, now we get the wargs.
Yeah,
Big
the Wargs of
dogs.
Yes,
Icengard.
sir.
Big old doggies.
Big ol' dogs.
Because is it Legolas that spots the scout, right?
No.
No, it's
It
one of
comes
the
off-
generals.
it comes off the cliff,
He
yep.
kills Hama, the dude that
one of the
let
generals.
Gandalf into the
Then they kill that, and then he kind of runs up to the top of the hill, and he looks over and he sees all of them
all
coming
of them
over the
coming.
hill.
Yeah.
And that's when we get a good smolder from him. He's like, yeah.
And this is also when we should start our series of sexiest.
Oh yeah, when he starts picking him off on the other
Legolas.
hill.
Yeah. So yeah,
Gets on the horse.
that'll have to be in the contention for
Here's-
sexiest Legolas, and then
Here's a frustrating thing for me though. This whole like battle kind of pisses me off because you see all of our heavy hitters, Theoden, Aragorn, Gimli, all these guys. They're going for the riders. Go for the wargs, dude.
Yeah.
You should be taking them out before anything. And then after they're done, you're on horses. Just cut through the dudes.
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, it got me upset. I'm like seeing him cut heads off and stab in the stomach. I'm
I
like,
think Legolas did well because you could see Legolas was shooting the wargs.
Yeah,
because
'cause
you could see the wargs.
they were front flipping as soon as he hit him in the
Yeah.
forehead.
And then everyone's like, "Well, we go for the orcs now."
Yeah.
So Theoden orders what is it, Eowyn to take all of the women and children and continue down the path, get them to Helm's Deep. She's like, I can fight, dude. This is the first time we see that, she doesn't want to just be
Yeah.
A lady.
a lady. She's able to fight. She wants to, but he's like, no, dude, I need you to do this for me. She takes them, and then we go in to get into the battle. It's intense. Everybody's attacking orcs. Wargs are ripping into people. It's awesome. Gimli kills one. It lands on top of him.
Gimli's like, he cracks us.
I was forget about that too. But then the dude that comes up on him that's climbing over the warg, instead of just like killing this dude, like killing him, he just like grabs him and snaps his neck.
Breaks
real
his
quick.
neck.
Then he
So now
smells
he's
them.
got a warg
Yeah.
and an orc dead on top of him. A second warg comes over the top, and he's like, "Oh hey buddy," and he's like, "Well this sucks. I can't do anything about this." Aragorn kills him. Now he's got two wargs and an orc on top of him.
Yep.
They never show him gain it off either. You just assume that he got out.
Pretty much.
It's funny, man.
Sorry.
But we
Gross,
get
guys.
Sorry.
yeah, dude.
Dude.
PDA, bro.
PDA. And not on the Twitch servers.
Not on the Twitch.
They'll
server.
know. They'll
Come
know.
on.
Mike, you're not allowed to talk till you say you love me. Babe, I'm working.
I'm working.
Yeah, Aragorn attacks the one on the
Also,
warg.
I mean, he dies anyway, but slick move, like getting because he yanked his hand up and put it in there before he jumped off.
Right.
So that was pretty slick.
That
on
was
his
slick
part,
of him.
yeah.
I'll give him that. Yeah, he stabs the dude, forces him off the warg, but his hand's stuck to it.
Also, fun fact: when you see Saruman go to the little pit where the wargs are, and he tells him like, "Get the wolves, let's go."
Right.
That's the dude that he's talking to. That dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Must have been like the captain or
Continuity.
yeah.
I like it, but his hand is stuck to the warg. It's heading towards the cliff. He's trying to get it off. Another note is that the orc has grabbed his necklace and ripped it off, but it's too late.
Like, bitch, move, dude.
By the time the warg realizes what's going on, they're already tumbling over the cliff. Off they go down into the river.
All right, Akib Talib, stop snatching chains off people.
I'll keep deleting.
We're wondering.
Does he still play?
We wrap up the last of these wargs and these orcs, and we're kind of wondering where Aragorn is. The dude's laughing. The orc isn't quite dead yet. He's like, "Where's he at? You son of a!" He's like, "Took a tumble off the cliff."
Dead.
You lie. He doesn't lie.
Oh,
He
don't.
took a tumble off the
He
cliff.
sure did.
Dies. Legolas takes the necklace from him. He's like, "Crap, he wouldn't have given this up willingly." And now we kind of realize that, yeah, he probably did. Everybody's upset.
Two things. A, how'd he get his hand out after he like fell off the cliff? B, you ain't floating with all them clothes on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, get out of my face with that. I don't care. They got to see him just floating down the river. Like, dude,
Yeah.
you're wearing 3 shirts, a tunic, and an overcoat, and a sword, and a dagger, and boots. Come on, there's no way
Like
you're floating
I-
right now, dude.
Like I said, when you consummate with an elf, you get some of her powers. Or I don't know. These are dumb theories. I'm
Yeah,
done.
they are.
I'm done.
They really
Done
are.
with these dumb theories.
We get some more smolder as we're sad that Aragorn's dead.
Oh, dude, the look he gives Theoden when he says "leave the dead," he's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
what
rough.
are you gonna do? Wheel like 40 dead people all the way to Helm's Deep? Like I get it.
nah, bro.
I get it.
They're
Look,
warg food at
guys,
that point.
if
Sorry.
we're ever at war and I die, I don't care what you do with my dead body.
Draw a dick. I'm gonna draw a dick on you. Before I leave, though.
Throw a dick on me and throw me off the cliff. I don't get why people are
I'm
so,
checking to see if your socks are better than mine, and then I'm drawing a dick on your forehead and leaving.
people are like, you have to honor the dead. I'm like, it's just a body. The soul's gone.
Yeah,
The soul's gone.
these are war times, all right?
Yeah.
I'm looting you.
You guys are allowed to loot my body and draw dicks on my face.
Perfect. Thank you.
Draw dick-
I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Fair enough. We cut back to the group. They've made it to Helm's Deep. Everybody's happy. Oh my gosh, there it is. The kids are even reunited with their little mom, the ones that brought the message. As we said in the last episode, they are reunited.
Super cool, faraway view of Helm's Deep with no forests.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, dude.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Must have been
I'm sure it was just out of shot. Whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't make me less mad about it.
It doesn't take long before everybody returns as well to Helm's Deep. We're making way for the king.
Eowyn says, so few have returned.
As she's kind of looking around, looking for him. Where is he? He fell.
Yeah, I like that you can-
I don't fall.
I kind of like that you see Gimli's like voice crack for the first time. Like he fell.
Val.
That's like the most emotion you really get out of him, unless he's excited.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks, man. We're all sad. We're all real sad. It's sad.
Real sad. All right, question: were you more sad when Gandalf fell or when Aragorn went off the cliff?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Let's
Probably-
be
Well,
honest.
okay, so Gandalf, because I knew the first time watching through, Aragorn didn't die. Because
Yeah, he's got plot, armor,
Yeah,
protection.
but the first time I watched it through, I actually thought Gandalf died.
Right.
I was like, Gandalf for sure died, but
Live stream, check it.
so yeah, that's why I was more sad when Gandalf died.
I suppose.
I thought he actually died.
Yeah, I agree. I figured Aragorn wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Very least until the last.
I mean, when they looked down and saw the river, I was like, "Oh, he's fine."
And you're talking to me about the books, like what I was more sad of in the books, because by the time I'd seen the movies, I already knew, how
Okay.
everything ended. So.
See, I actually read the books after watching.
Oh,
the
I
movies.
got you. I should have
I
done
knew
that.
he'd be fine because he's an expert at getting out of warg gear, and his clothes are buoyant. So
Yeah.
So what happened to the warg? If the warg survived, I don't
the
know.
other thing is, like, he washes up on the shore. Where'd that wash up at?
Yeah.
he didn't
current.
have buoyant clothes.
What
so
if-
he just
that's
sunk.
true.
Or what if it's like a normal dog where it's like, okay, my master left me. Are you gonna feed me now? He rides the warg into battle.
Yeah, he goes into Helm's Deep on a warg. Like, what's up, y'all?
What's up? Turns out if I feed him, he becomes my friend.
I'm like, dude, that river's like 20 feet across. You see the current where it's going. You see where he lands. There's no way the warg doesn't end up in the exact same
Yeah,
spot.
you'd think.
I'm sorry.
You'd think.
So we draw all the forces back behind the wall, set up a watch on top of it, order all the women and children down into the caves, those who can't fight. We are scraping the bottom of the barrel here. There's nobody here that can fight. So we're grabbing 12, 13-year-old boys. We're grabbing 70-year-old men. Anybody that can hold a spear.
When does the kid with glasses and a scar come in?
Nah, never.
Blocked.
He dies in Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
I saw him die.
We are telling... Yes, we're telling everybody if you're able to hold a weapon, you're fighting, unfortunately, unless you're too young or...
Yeah.
They put that helmet on that little dude, and it like goes all the way down his face
Yeah.
like this. Yeah.
We're cutting back and forth to Grima and Saruman here, where he's explaining the weaknesses of Helm's Deep. There is a solid rock, but for a small culvert at its base, which is little more than a drain. That's the weak point. Saruman's building what looks like a mine with like gunpowder. He gets closer to it with the flame. He's like, "Nah, it's clearly a bomb." We're like, "Oh."
Yo, he yanked that torch from him. Like, he was walking up, and he's just like,
I love the face he gave him. He was like,
no.
The wall. If the wall is breached, Helm's Deep will fall. He says, even if it is breached, Grima says it would take a number beyond reckoning. 1,000,
Thousands.
tens of thousands. Saruman answers.
I like how Grima never looked out the window. It's like, did you not? He's like, there is no such army. Did you
Yeah,
not?
like, what was going on when he got there and got into the tower? Like, were they just it's like, hey, don't make formations till he gets in the tower, all right?
We're gonna surprise him.
So now we get the big reveal as they walk out onto the balcony. Saruman has this massive world-ending force. It's just tens of thousands of Uruk-hai. A new power is rising. It's victory at hand. It's
Getting smoked by
He
12.
gets the speech in or whatever. This night, the land will be stained with the blood of Rohan. March to the helms deep. Leave none alive.
There
And,
will
I mean,
be
it's
no dawn for man.
it is thick to war.
That too, yeah.
I always like to war in anything that it's in. Black Panther too. To war.
The wall. Blake also said his normal catch. But yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Blake.
Who's
Kirby, you can fuck off as well.
Zaddy Kirby?
Kirby. It's one of my boys.
Oh no,
We
that's-
got a new
You
listener.
got a nuke? Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
welcome to the stream.
So yeah,
Yeah, now we come back to Treebeard, who sees smoke from the south. It's
Treebeard.
Isengard. Bad stuff's going on over there. We're going to meet.
Treebeard. I'm just gonna do this.
We're telling.
it's like Boo Raw room and
He really doesn't like the Treebeard stuff. It's not as egregious as I thought it was rewatching it now. I thought the last time I watched it, I felt like the Treebeard stuff was way longer. But
Yeah.
this time I was like, it's not so bad.
They-
Even extended.
They made it interesting for me, which is decent, but in the books it was unbearable for me, I swear.
Oh, I know.
But
Yeah.
it's just too many songs and too many boorah rooms, and in the movie at least they made it a little interesting for
didn't
me. I
they
guess.
say they said that in the extended scene when they were like packing their pipes with them? Didn't he say
Yeah,
Boo Raw room?
yeah, yeah, I did. Right as he was like outside the little thing, and he was like, "They're talking about me."
They're talking about me.
Yeah, there's bad stuff. Saruman has an army to the south. That's what's going on. And then we cut back to the dream that Aragorn is having once again with Arwen. Where is this the one where she's giving him the necklace, right?
It's where he's about to leave Rivendell, and I think she gives it to him.
Yeah, she thinks, you think you can slip away without saying goodbye, huh?
Yeah.
Not this time, dog. Not this time.
like,
But
well,
as we see, he is floating unconscious in the river with his buoyant clothing.
Yeah.
Tanner's apparently really not okay
So
with.
mad about it.
It was a gift from the elves. It's floating clothes.
That was funny.
The elves have a lot of things, okay?
Now we get the Elrond and Arwen scene where he's telling her, you can enjoy an extended life, but eventually he'll die, and then you'll be left with darkness and suffering for the rest of your days. She cries.
She's like a
Do I-
freaking teenager. I love him though, Dad.
Do I not also have your love? Very sweet. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a dad not wanting his daughter to, not go to heaven, essentially.
Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like trying to talk her out of it.
Valinor.
But it's cute. We cut to like Galadriel saying some Elven stuff. I don't remember exactly what she's saying here, but it's essentially saying that, bro, they're gonna need help, yo.
I think she also says something along the lines of like, if Frodo doesn't come through, like we're all screwed. So you should be getting
Pretty
out
much.
Here.
And,
Yeah.
and here it's revealed that
The elves are
Frodo is going to die at the end of this journey. Elrond has foreseen it. The Eye of Sauron now turns to Gondor, the last free kingdom of men. We see Osgiliath for the first time.
and it gets covered in shadows.
Yes, sir. His war on this country will come swiftly. He senses the ring is close. The strength of the ring bearer is failing. In his heart, Frodo begins to understand that this quest will take his life.
But wait, what
I
is
feel,
with that?
I was like,
thing?
I feel like he knew that towards the end or the beginning of the second movie though, because Sam's like, "Oh, I've rationed it. We've got enough for the return home," and he's just like,
Oh,
"Aw."
dear Sam.
You think there's gonna be a
He
return
even says
home.
at some point, it might be the end of the first one as well. He's like, I don't reckon we'll ever see them again
Yeah.
Yeah.
when they talk about
But yeah,
the
when
fellowship.
he's got the lembus bread and he's like, "Oh, I'm fine. I don't need." And he's like, "Sam, you got to eat some." And he's like, "No, I've rationed it enough for the trip home." And
Yeah.
then that's where Frodo's
This is
just
a
like,
one-way ticket, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, well, if you ain't gonna eat it, then shit, I might as well.
Yeah.
For Sauron will have dominion of all life on this earth, even unto ending of the world. The time of the elves is over. Do we leave Middle Earth to its fate? Do we let them stand alone? That's the question. Before we come back to Faramir.
I mean,
Or not Boromir.
The
sorry.
elves are kind of being big B words right now. They're like, "Oh, let's get out of here. Just leave everyone to, But to be fair as well, if
To be fair.
they could have went to Valinor this whole time, why didn't they? If it is
Well,
like
here's
that-
my thing too. Is like, okay, all the world's about to be covered in shadow. Like Sauron wins, we get it. Go to Valinor, breed a whole lot, bring an army back.
I don't think you can come once you go to Valinor. That's final. You can't come back.
I mean, if they could sail their ships there, why can't they sail them back?
I don't know. It's something in the books where
It is, but it
it's
pisses
like
me
it's
off.
like final.
It pisses me off.
I don't get it either. Trust me.
So
the
I
book
really-
is actually very vague about it.
I might be jumping ahead a minute or two, but the scene that is added in the extended where Boromir and Faramir take back Osgiliath, I think that's a really good scene, man. I'm kind of bummed that wasn't in the original theatrical because that's, first of all, shows once more
What happened there?
what happened there, but on top of that, how Boromir isn't like the biggest, jerk in the world. Like
Well, again, it gives you a little backstory on like Faramir and his dad.
Yeah.
and it's also the first time you see
you also get to
Denethor.
see, like,
Technically,
this is
My
what
favorite
Boromir-
character.
You also get to see this is what Boromir was doing right before he went to Rivendell.
right,
Right,
Yes.
like
because
right
they
before
get
Rivendell.
word. Yep,
Yeah.
they get word right at the end of that that there's a weapon.
Yeah.
Tells Boromir to go get it and bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
This weapon is for us. And he's like, no, I don't want to.
False.
Not Boromir's like, I'll go, Dad. Like, why not send me? He's like, I don't remember. He just burns him hard here, though. I don't remember what
He says, I know what he's capable of, and it is few
Yeah.
his capabilities, and they are few and far between.
Yeah.
No, he says something to Faramir when he's like, why not have me go or something.
Oh, well, because he let the city get taken.
That's right. Yeah, he burns him like that. He's like,
Burn.
Yeah. You couldn't take on 1,000 orcs with 200 men. You suck.
Grow up. Your brother could have done it with one hand.
You really could have done it one-handed.
But anyway, we're told that 500 men were pulled out of Osgiliath for the raid or whatever. If it's attacked, it won't hold.
Yeah.
We're heading back that way. Essentially, anyway, we're stopped at camp, right? This is where we find the little pool and stuff.
Yeah.
They think they're orcs, and
Yep.
we're like, we're not orc spies. What are you, stupid? We're hobbits, which nobody knows what a hobbit is.
Yeah, I was say everybody calls them orc. Treebeard called them orc spies. They're calling them orc spies. I'm like, dude, they look like little kids.
Does nobody know what a hobbit is
Did
here?
nobody know it? How? And to be fair, like Sauron does recruit other races, like Grimoire. He recruits other races as spies, but probably
Yeah.
not hobbits yet, though. No.
We argue for a while. He's like, calls Sam his bodyguard. He's like, I'm his gardener. Actually,
It's different.
I ain't dropping no eaves, I swear.
we essentially
know he's.
they come in. They tell him that we found the third one. So he wakes Frodo up or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, you got to come here now. Look at this, dog down there. Check that out."
Faramir knew the whole time. Faramir's like, yeah, I'm just
This
trying to get him
is,
to admit it.
This is the Forbidden Pool, and it bears the penalty of death. And it's revealed that he's got all the archers.
That's a made up name.
Yeah,
for the
do you-
pool. You just made that up.
Yeah. Do you think he just made that up to get?
I mean, I've never heard of this pool. Why is it forbidden?
He's probably just getting Frodo to give up.
So what you're saying is I shouldn't have peed in it on the way here. Gotcha.
Gotcha. Are you gonna kill me? Kill them all.
If only Gollum wasn't so creepy looking.
Right.
Probably could have been a little better.
Maybe if they wouldn't have done any of this, I think Smeagol would have been fine, probably for the rest of the trip. But
Yeah.
it's revealed that he's got all the archers beating on him. He's like, no, let me go down there and talk to him. He does, pulls him out of the pool or whatever, and then they throw a bag over his head and kidnap him.
Just the most shady conversation he's ever had with Smeagol ever. Come to Master.
Follow
come here.
Master.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Come, Smeagol,
I didn't
come.
say you were gonna do anything. Why you tell me you ain't gonna do anything?
Yeah.
What's going on?
You know, you know who says they're not going to do anything? People who are going to do stuff.
Right. he's got the fish in his mouth and he looks around and then it's like you hear a tree snap and he's like, "Yep, I done fucked up."
Yeah.
But yeah, they snatch Smeagol and take him off to God knows where. Frodo asks him, "Where are you taking him?"
Also, part of the extended thing, and I know why they took it out because it was pretty mean. One of the Gondor dudes punches him in the stomach while they're holding him up in the air.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't in the original.
it was implied that they were torturing him for a little bit to get information out of him.
Yeah,
It was
But like in the original, you just see him get thrown up against the wall and they start talking to him. But this one, they punch him in the stomach. That made me mad.
Gollum's pretty used to torture at this point to get information. So.
Do you ever really get used to torture though?
No, probably not.
I got an idea. We torture Mike for the next 4 weeks. See if he gets used to it.
We'll see.
Just waterboard me.
And we'll get an idea.
We'll get an idea.
Well, I'm into that, so joke's on you.
He comes in, punch him in the stomach. You getting used to it? Yep.
Yep.
Feeling it.
Smeagol's talking to himself again now, Gollum. Faramir's watching him pretty much revert right back to where he was. Master betrayed us.
Yeah.
They stole it. Faramir's like, what did they steal? My precious! Gollum is pretty much back now.
Yeah.
Sucks. Master betrayed us. And that's why I'm kind of thinking, like, dude, if, like, maybe that didn't happen, who knows how far Smeagol would have gone before Gollum even came back. So,
But then again, if he didn't come back, we probably wouldn't have ended things.
no,
the way
I
we
mean,
did.
probably not. It
Because
would
it
have
would
been
be
a little different.
it would be a Isildur all over again.
But I
where
mean-
Frodo would be like, I'm keeping it.
But I mean, how less exhausted would Frodo be if Gollum didn't lead him to Shelob?
True.
Essentially, you know,
I just don't want to Isildur
like if
2.0.
Smeagol never switched back to Gollum, would he have? Yeah, he wouldn't have taken him to the spider. He would have taken him straight to wherever, and then maybe Frodo would have had the strength to make it all the way to the top. You know, who knows?
Maybe.
In an alternate universe,
But I think Gandalf had wisdom when he said even Smeagol will play a role.
Yeah.
Like, so
well, and I've read theories that, like, you know, because the Eagles come and pick up Frodo and Sam, but there's 3 of them when they come and pick up Frodo and Sam. So there's theories that third eagle was for Smeagol,
yeah.
with Gandalf assuming that Frodo would have reached him.
Yeah.
That's the theory I've read, and I actually kind of like that theory.
I like that. I like it.
Nah. I like the idea that 2 of them are going to get him and one's going to protect him on the way back.
Yeah.
In case the Nazgul
One of
flies
them,
up.
he's the bodyguard one.
One of them just snapping at Nazgul next, protecting the other 2. That's
And
what
you know
I
why?
like.
You know why it would be able to fight a Nazgul? Because there wouldn't be anybody on his back.
No.
That's
You're not wrong, bro.
And that's the whole reason they didn't fly there.
Yeah.
I tricked him into agreeing with me. Did you see that?
I hate you.
Hey, I was the one who told you guys that.
True. But I just tricked him into agreeing with us.
True.
So he figures it out. Faramir figures it out, pulls his sword, and tinkles with the ring a little bit.
Did you just say tinkles?
Tinkles, yeah.
Again, we could have avoided that if he had it in a case or something. But
Yeah, you know, maybe not just hanging around his arm for anybody,
Yeah.
Debo, to walk up and snatch, you know?
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Keep Talib.
I'd keep Talib if he were there. If he were there,
But-
that ring would be gone.
He's lucky he didn't play Faramir.
Come on now. Nobody gets.
Akeem Talib is the best of the snatchers because he does it inside of a shoulder pads with it and snatches people.
Nobody would have necklaces. It
Nobody.
would just be him with like 50 necklaces in each hand.
People see him and they're like, "Let me just take this out. I was sticking it in my pocket before this play."
This is where he kind of runs away and Sam tells him about Boromir, right?
Yeah.
You want to know what happened to Boromir?
Actually, I think they tell him about Boromir before, don't they?
Maybe.
Because I feel like when they first get to the little place where they're
Well,
keeping
Frodo was like, "I'll have you tell me what happened to Boromir." Didn't Frodo know, or was he playing dumb on purpose?
He didn't know.
He didn't know.
He was
no,
ac-
he,
he was
le-
across
he
the
left,
river.
remember, before.
Oh, but Sam knew. That's why.
No, Sam didn't know either. I
Sam
don't
was
think.
chasing Frodo.
Well,
Sam
then
was after-
why did Sam say, "Do you want to know what happened to Boromir?" Because
He told him
Because-
about. We know what happened to Frodo with Boromir. We don't know what happened to Boromir.
He
after
tried.
he
Yeah,
left.
he never said it killed
Okay.
him. He just said he tried to kill Frodo for it.
okay. Now okay.
I think that is after the initial cave scene.
Is it?
Actually, I think it's later after this. I think it's in Osgiliath is when he tells him, like, you need to. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
But
I thought he told him in the cave.
Yeah.
we cut back to Helm's Deep, where Aragorn has ridden across the plains and seen the tens of
horde.
thousands deep army of the orcs, and he makes it to Helm's Deep, looking rugged, might I add.
Yes.
Whatever you said, I thought he was looking fine as shit.
Yeah. True.
He is in a second. What up? He walks through the doors. Gimli finds him. He's like, "Man, I'm so happy you're alive." He's heading towards the palace or whatever. Legolas bumps into him, and he's like, "Man, you're late. I knew you was coming." Gives him his necklace back. Eowyn sees him. Sees that he's got the necklace, so she's like, maybe I'll back off a little bit. Probably the wrong time. And then
Yeah.
we get my first nominee for sexiest Aragorn.
I second it.
When he slams open them doors,
Well,
looks up, and then just grabs his belt.
I'm not gonna third
With
it
the
yet.
hair swinging.
I'm not
No.
gonna third it yet because there's some good ones in number 3, like when he runs into the dead cave.
We're
alone,
talking about this
or-
movie, though.
All right. Oh, we're just talking about this movie.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll third it. And then,
For now, that's one of the nominees
Yeah.
for sure.
yeah.
Oh, man. God, what a cool scene, dude.
Cool scene.
God, what a cool scene. That's like
And
one
then
of my...
from there, don't we go directly to Theoden and say, a great host, you say? And he like explains to him how many people there are.
Yeah, pretty much 10,000 strong at least. He tells him, he's like, crap, well...
He's like, no such army exists. He goes, psych, it do. I
They've been spawning out of pits like crazy.
Yeah.
Let them come, he says. Stupid. This dude is just... I mean, I get it. They're not going to win on the field of their original town anyway.
Yeah.
At
Like,
least here they have time to bide.
I liked your daddy Thenga more than you. Fucking asshole.
Here's where we get it. Every man strong, able to hold a sword, will fight. We get the extended scene with Eowyn and Aragorn where she accidentally like tells him that she loves him or whatever. That's all extended where she's like, I don't want to go to the caves, blah, 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 blah. Because essentially Theoden says she's got to go down into the caves. And she's like, nah, dude. Get out of my face.
Have you seen me in armor yet? Didn't think so.
Have you seen?
It's fine.
I do agree with Theoden, like not sending out riders to call for Gondor's aid, because what are they gonna do? The orcs will be there by nightfall. What is the rider gonna do? Make it all the way to Gondor and back?
That's another thing too. Is like where they say the orcs are, like from when Aragorn gets there. It's like, how the elves get in?
Yeah.
Like, how did they get in front of them, dude?
Elves are fast, okay?
I mean, I get it. Still,
I don't know either.
still wasn't. I was like, how'd that happen?
Well, we don't know when that conversation took place with Elrond and Arwen. It could have taken place like a month before, and the elves were.
Yeah, but you see Aragorn like hilltop, not that far away from Helm's Deep, seeing them coming, and then he's in, and then he has a conversation. Then all of a sudden, by nightfall, as they're like about to be there, they're there too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
they came from the forest that we didn't see, and they can't.
I'm done. I'm pissed off. Forest that just sprouted up out of nowhere. Got it.
The elves sprouted as they were walking.
Fucking hate you.
Is it... Maybe the forest got up and walked.
Yeah, they can walk.
Did you ever think of that? Because Treebeard does say the forest has business with orcs, essentially, and you see it moving off on the path, so maybe it walked over
Tanner's
there.
like, I don't know.
The more I think about it, the more mad I get. Next.
Send out riders, my lord, Aragorn says. Call for aid, man, and who will come? Elves, dwarves, we are not so lucky in our friends as you. The old alliances are dead. Gondor will answer.
I don't think they will.
Gondor.
Probably not. Not with Denethor in charge.
Gondor? When was Gondor when the Westford fell?
You know what? Gondor would answer. You know who it would be? Faramir and 20 other dudes that he doesn't like, and he'd be like, all right, go rescue him.
Yeah. Like, all right, farmer.
Suicide mission, go.
So Gondor said, we brought aid. Technically.
We get to the conclusion there's no time. War is upon us. Let's get ready to prepare for a siege. We cut back to Treebeard.
Best scenes.
Tanner's favorite parts of this movie.
Hoorah room.
The Ents are having a gathering. They're going to talk for a long time. And they do. What is it? Beech, oak, chestnut, ash, good. Many have come. Now we must decide if the Ents will go to war. That doesn't take long because we cut back to Helm's Deep after that.
It does take long, but just not on screen.
You guys done talking about trees so I can stop playing with this now?
Yes.
Back at Helm's Deep, we see the women and the children are all inside the cave. We're pretty much just getting everything ready
Also,
for the
beautiful
siege
cave,
that's
dude.
coming.
Beautiful cave.
Yeah, that was a beautiful cave.
Yeah, it really was.
We should go to like Facebook or something.
Oh, yeah, because
Also, this has not worked.
Yeah, Kirby messaged me and said that it's not working for him. So he said it's very buffery.
it's probably Twitch's server. I don't know.
Twitch is a bitch too.
Twitch.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure why it would be doing that, but
I don't know. Regardless, let's see if this gives us similar problems.
We gonna see.
yeah, I don't know.
What ifs? Keep going.
My videos are working fine on OBS, so I'll just have to upload the video when we're done, I guess.
Yeah,
That's fine.
that works.
I'm assuming you're using the internet. I'm
I shut
using
my
the
Wi-Fi
internet.
off when he texted me that. So
And then the TV is still out there using internet, I assume, too.
PS5.
so-
Yeah, PS5s.
Damn
I'm
it.
assuming that's probably what's going on, hopefully.
Word.
Sorry for the live stream being crappy. Let's see. Where are we at? still getting ready for this siege. Oh yeah, this is the Legolas and Aragorn scene where Legolas is like, dude,
Are you a little bit?
like, why are we doing this?
Also, what's the point of Legolas doing that in front of everyone?
He's basically just saying, like, dude, this is pointless. Like, they're getting ready and they're about to get slaughtered. Like, what's 300 against 10,000?
Okay, but
and they're all farmers and old.
But
dirty
why?
young dudes.
But why even bring it up? Because it's like then Aragorn's like, okay, yeah, let's just give up and just go surrender ourselves to the orcs. Like, what's the point? I don't understand.
I think what Legolas was getting at there is that, you know, hey, you're like the king of Gondor, like, let's leave.
Oh, okay.
Like, we got to get you out of here. Why are we doing this?
That makes a little bit more sense. Otherwise,
I guess that's kind of what I took. I'm not saying he wanted to run because Legolas isn't a coward, but
no, but maybe he's like, you should get out of here.
right, something.
Yeah.
Yeah, once they really started, like, nonstop calling him Aragorn instead of Strider is when you start to see them kind of, like, not necessarily look out for him, but either look to him for decisions or get mad at his decisions because, like, bro, this is who you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Make better decisions.
Make better decisions.
Right.
Pretty much. And Dan?
And then
Oh, yeah. This is my favorite one. They're talking back and forth in Elvish. Then I shall die as one of them. Everybody gets scared. Why did you say that, dude? We were talking in Elvish. Nobody knew what we were talking about.
Everyone's like, I mean, we will be victorious as a
You
group.
yell that, now all these old dudes are crapping their pants
They were already crapping their pants because
with their rusty swords that they're getting given right now.
True.
Picked up a sword that was like brown. Literally brown because it was so rusty. Stupid.
yeah, so Aragorn storms off. Gimli says, leave him alone. Theoden has like a crisis moment here, wondering who he is, what he should do, if he's made the right decision, as one does when a siege is approaching.
He's got split personalities, whatever.
We see,
Yeah, right.
this week we see that boy that looks kind of like a girl.
Hammer.
We get the boldest lie in the movie.
Yeah.
When he grabs his sword with like 5 chunks taken out of the side of it,
Yeah.
he's swinging it around. He's like, this is a good sword.
It'd be hilarious if it fell apart when he was doing
Psych!
it. It's like, this is
Psych!
Like he looks down the side of it, and you could just see chinks going all down the side, like dents in the side of the sword. Like, yeah, great sword, dude.
Obviously, a lot of people died with this sword, so
Hey,
it's probably not.
hey, if it's such a good sword, why don't we trade? Which day he said, no.
No.
After this, Legolas finds Aragorn and apologizes. We've trusted you this far. Sorry for giving in to despair. Which is kind of like our first like sign of weakness from Legolas. It's good. We're growing.
We're
growing.
growing.
We're growing. Character development.
I think we just bonded.
Did we just become best friends?
We just bonded.
Yep, he's fine. He's like, no worries, brother. We're good. And then we hear a horn, but it's no orc horn. We rush outside to see Haldir and the Elvish army have come to aid Rohan in their battle. As I said while watching the movie, I don't like Haldir. I don't like the actor. He's a good character. Comes to help. He's a good friend. But he also played the bad guy in Spartacus Blood and Sand. Claudius Glauber, I believe, and I can never forgive him for what he did in that show.
I see.
So,
I love him to death. My only complaint about him is that he literally has sideburn things duct taped to his freaking
yeah, can we just
face.
talk about the worst, most like egregious wig in the entire
Like
movies?
the part that's all pulled back, cute, love it. But then literally, you just got these 2 sideburns just pasted on that are just hanging down. I can't do it, dude.
You know that the director was yelling, "We gotta get on set now," and then the makeup person just put glue.
It's like I say, they just like licked it and stamped it to the side of his fucking head.
We're in a hurry.
Long ago, elves and men used to fight together, and we would see that oath fulfilled and fight together once more.
As long as there's no dwarves.
We're
Long as
Gimli's hiding.
Gimli just pulls his dress up like his chainmail dress. Oh, it's just a child.
This is a welcome sight because we really didn't have much. So,
We still don't have much. What do we got now? 700 people against 10,000?
Yeah.
well, yes,
Maybe.
but I mean, it's better than it was.
A lot better.
300 old men and kids.
Yeah.
Who can't hold their arrows.
If only Theoden didn't send the whole entire Rohirrim army somewhere else.
I'll blame Grima for that one.
Nah, Grima is a saint. No, I'm kidding.
So we see the army approaching as the rain begins to fall.
Boner.
Oh man,
Do you like Theoden's
Tanner needs
face?
new
He
shorts.
Theoden just looks up at the rain like, seriously.
It's like, it's already been a pretty crappy day, and now you lay this on me?
Show them no mercy, for you shall receive none. As the entire horde stops. Ooh, they let out that cry. Ooh, that big loud animal roar or whatever that the Uruk-hai do. It's scary stuff, man.
The scary one happens after dumbass old dude accidentally shoots one.
Yeah, shoots one in the neck.
As soon as it hits the ground.
Aragorn tells him to hold. And then, all of them cry out as it begins.
Yeah.
So it begins. Another meme.
So it begins.
Every time.
By the way, there's like another level of Uruk-hai, the Uruk-hai Berserkers, which is what Lurtz was. Hold on.
I can believe they're like the generals, I assume.
Yeah.
Right? The Berserkers.
Well, then
are
you also
probably
got like the 3/4 naked dudes that are.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what these guys are. They're the Uruk-hai Berserkers, which are even more powerful Uruk-hai.
Yeah, those guys.
Which like
Yeah,
obviously
with, like,
the
the
generals and the Lurtz guy was one of these. Yeah.
Yeah, the dude that had the torch that lit the thing. That was one of
that's
them.
one of them.
Yep.
And then you see one of them on the wall just swinging crazy, taking people out left and right.
Yeah.
And so
Gimli wants to know what's going on. He can't see. Legolas, would you like me to describe it to you, or shall I get you a box? And he laughs. I love this.
Which is what these two say to me whenever. I'm just kidding.
you're not
It's
wrong.
just, I love the friendship that we're seeing, because this is where the count officially starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, Legolas is at an advantage because he uses his bow before Gimli can even get close.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, another thing. I looked at your quiver, good sir. I didn't see 43 arrows.
You cheater.
Remember, he does a lot of stabbing and then shooting too.
Yeah.
So.
Each of my
If he
arrows
had,
has
if
two
he had,
kills.
I mean, if he had 21 arrows in his quiver.
Yeah. There was also some dagger kills. He did
Yeah.
whip the daggers out at some point.
Some
Yep, true.
skateboarding kills.
Yeah, one shield kill, one shield surfboard kill.
Sir.
Don't forget about that.
I would never.
I would never.
We're lobbing arrows at these guys. We're taking out a good chunk, but it's not doing much because tens of thousands.
Well, yeah, because half the guys doing the volley for Theoden are holding their bows sideways. Kill shot. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Plus, distinct advantage, the Uruk-hai have crossbows, which are way better than normal bows.
They really don't have a whole lot of weak points. Like, if you're an archer shooting at
I was going to
Uruk-hai,
say, what
like,
does he say? The neck or below the arms?
Under the armpit and the neck is what you got.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all you can really hit them with. And then they get the ladders on. They throw the ladders up. They start coming over the top for some hand-to-hand combat. Gimli looks at Legolas, says, 2 already. Legolas
17.
Is at 17.
Dang.
Kills 2 more. Now he's at 19. And then we move off. There's some more killing before we move back to the ends.
You got to think most of Gimli's number is when he got thrown on the bridge. We'll get to that later. They killed like so many.
Coke number 2, Pepsi number 2. Anyway, the trees have agreed. They're like, to what? That you guys are not orcs.
12 hours.
After
I like how Mary is like, well, that's good.
optimism, he's like, well,
Is that-
that's good.
He's trying to be optimistic.
Right.
We learn that the Ents take a long time to decide to do stuff. Apparently, when they're talking,
Yeah.
but they jump into action quick enough earlier.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, war is something that affects everybody, so it's worth taking a long time to say. So they answer, and then we cut back to the good part.
Thank you.
Gimli's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. He's killing them all. He's after it.
He's camping and you know it.
He's a camper.
What a camp.
He's camping.
Camping noobs.
Doesn't he fall over, too? Is this where he falls over into the water?
Well, we gotta wait for the thing to get blown up first.
The wall? Oh, okay.
Yep. Wall's gotta get blown up first. Then he can fall.
By one of the berserkers.
Yep,
Yeah, fair enough.
Because Aragorn yells at Legolas
that's right,
to
there's
take him
the-
down.
Yeah, he orders, because they're going to break through the door or whatever, so he starts
Think
taking
about
them
being
off of
that
the bridge.
Uruk-hai where it's like, well, you have to blow yourself up. He's like, but do I have to? Yeah.
Well, here's the thing too. Those 2 arrows should have sat him down. It was literally one into the collarbone, other one into the collarbone. Like you're dead there. I'm sorry.
I think that just, reinforces the berserker status that they're tough.
I
But
get it, but
yeah, he comes running up like an Olympic sprinter with the torch, jumps into the sewer drain where the bomb has been placed, and boom, the wall explodes.
Touchdown.
Man. Touchdown.
he crossed the pylon.
He's across the violence.
In the huge explosion of stone and rock, we lose Aragorn. Gimli's looking for him.
We also see a terrified look on Theoden's face, like, what
Yeah,
just
pretty
happened
much,
to my
like-
freaking wall?
Like that's
Yeah.
not good.
my wall! No, my wall!
Also,
This is where Gimli gets overpowered.
yeah,
What were
but
you
yeah.
gonna say?
So Gimli drunk. He avoids all the spikes, which good on him. Kills like a ton of orcs, and then after he lies down, he's dodging all these arrows. But he was down, so.
True, true.
But he got so lucky there; he didn't get hit with friendly
All the
fire.
arrows flying
Yeah.
past Aragorn's ears.
This is
like
a pretty
inches.
dope, sexy moment too, where he calls for all the archers to shoot at everybody attacking Gimli. They all shoot without hesitation behind his head.
Yeah.
He doesn't even flinch.
No.
Yeah.
What a dude! It's getting sick, dude. What do we need now? To jump back to the ends.
Yes, that is that did make me so angry.
There's a lot of end jumps. I
every-
don't mind it at the end when the
no,
ends are
I don't mind end jumps, but in the middle of the battle,
Yeah.
like,
slows it down. That's for sure. They have decided not to go to war. This is not our war. Mary gets a little angry with this. It's part of your world, man. Why won't you help? You should do something.
yeah,
In other words, quit being a little bitch.
He's like, nah, dude, go back home. This tale is over for us. We're not gonna do this.
and we understand that the Ents should go to war, but in the Ents' defense, they don't know that Sauron,
They don't know about the forest
well,
yet. Yeah.
well, and they also don't know that Sauron's whole goal is to burn the world. You know,
Yeah.
The Ents probably just think, oh, they'll kill you humans and we'll be fine. So I get where the Ents are coming from.
But anyway, yes, the fires will spread. As Pippin's like, we should just go home. Mary's like, dude, the fires of Isengard will spread. The woods of Tuckenbro and Buckland will burn. All that was once green and good in this world will be gone. There won't be a Shire, Pippin. We cut back to Helm's Deep.
Good. Thank you.
We're falling back to the keep, man. The wall is breached. It's not good. He looks up at Hadir.
Back to the keep. Back to the keep.
Fall back to the keep. He's like, all right, good. He turns around,
Gets sliced.
fights with an Uruk-hai for a second, gets stabbed, and then the dude comes up behind him and hits him with the axe.
That was a berserker dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was dead. I smiled. Take that, Gaius
I
Claudius
smiled.
Clobber.
How dare you?
I loved him. From the moment I met him, I loved him.
I loved him. He is.
Yeah, we're sad about this. Hadir is dead. We brace the gate because here they come. They're trying to smash through the gate. Holding it. Is this where Aragorn gets the idea to come from the other side, essentially? We go around to the other side. Him and Gimli,
I
they're
like
like,
that little side door that they're like.
they just sneak out of, and they're like, all right. And he's like, let's get after him. Let's do this. And then Aragorn's like,
really far.
it's a long way. He's like, crap.
Crap.
You'll have to toss me.
The guy was like, don't tell the elf.
Not a word. He throws him over. We start getting into a huge fight with. So he's had 22 kills by this point, at least.
I think this
So-
is where Gimli gets most of his kills because you see him just going ham with his.
It's the perfect area for him. It's like
Yeah.
a small space.
Small space,
And if you can't kill him, he could just knock him off the side.
Yeah, it's perfect for him and Aragorn.
Also, this is that scene where I got upset because there's literally just 150 Uruk-hai standing up against the wall, not doing anything anymore. Like, it shows them moving, but they're really doing nothing with their
they
movements.
probably saw what happened there and they were like, let's get out of here, guys.
They fend him off for a while before Aragorn tosses him a rope. They climb back up.
Yeah.
And then they fall back once again inside
So were they just buying time for them to brace the doors?
to brace the doors. Okay. I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is still coming down anyway.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, pretty much. So we retreat into the keep as everybody's firing arrows. Essentially, it's going off. It's crazy. You know what we need now? More ants.
Yes. Actually, this is the good part though.
We cut back to Treebeard. Yeah, this is the good part because we're walking. Pippin gets an idea. He's on the top of Treebeard. He says, "Hey, we need to turn around. We need to go south." He's like, "Oh, that'll pass Isengard. Why is that?" He says, "If we go south, we can slip past Saruman unnoticed. The closer we are to danger, the farther we are from harm. It's the last thing he'll expect."
Also, one of the stupidest things he's ever said.
Preach.
But we'll go with it.
Mary's like, "What are you doing, man? We'll get caught." And he's like, "No, dude, I got an idea."
Good.
Not the greatest idea, but we'll take it.
Now we cut back to Faramir. There's a lot of time away from Helm's Deep, but I mean that kind of builds your anticipation as well. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's good.
Some positives.
Osgiliath is being attacked. Essentially, is what we were told. That's why we headed back. This is where Frodo's like, hey, you got to let me go. But they're like, nah, dude, we need to go to Osgiliath. It's a real quick scene here before they kind of push him forward and head back towards Osgiliath. But because it needs to be quick because we can't be away from Treebeard for too long.
Yeah.
We come back to Treebeard, who is talking about something, mice or something.
Yeah.
Something happy. And then, like, just stops, like, dead stops when he leaves the woods, you know, and sees that
Hits the tree line and sees everything
everything is burnt, cut down, ripped to shreds. And for a CGI tree, they did a really good job in portraying that look of, like, despair on his face.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
And there's orc poop everywhere.
And they pooped on my friends,
Yeah,
which is
pretty
usually
much.
good fertilizer for us, but
Still upset.
still.
Yeah, he lets out that horrendously loud scream that I imagine would make the hobbits go deaf.
No, they were fine with it. Apparently.
Apparently they were just totally fine.
Wakes up people from 17 football fields away. They're fine with it. They're okay.
It is decided the Ents are going to war. We go to our doom, last march of the Ents. And now we come back to Oscar.
Little did he know that, like, barely any of the Ents died, but he doesn't know that yet, I guess.
I guess.
He's like, we'll probably all die.
Like, calm down. This isn't even the biggest battle that's going on right now.
Oh, calm down.
It's not even the second biggest battle that's going on right now.
Right? Because you have Osgiliath, you have Helm's Deep.
Osgiliath is under siege. People are dodging arrows. Everything's hectic, but then Frodo kind of gets entranced, essentially, like he does.
Oh, he does his creepy eyes.
Yes. Yes, he does.
They're here.
Now
Nay.
we get it. Yep, he's like, Faramir says, take him to my father. Tell him that I have a precious gift in this fortune, or
That will
to
change
change our
fortunes,
fortunes
yep.
in this war. This is where Sam breaks off and says, do you want to know what happened to Boromir? The ring, he tried to take it from Frodo after swearing an oath to protect him. He tried to kill him. The ring drove your brother mad. And this is where the Nazgul show up.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, we hear the scream from the Fell Beast. Frodo says they're here. And then the Nazgul start raining. Or just one, right?
Just one.
Yeah,
It's just the one, right? I guess we don't know if it's the Witch King
We
or not.
assume.
We could assume, but
I mean, if you're going to go, send out the A-team, right?
Right.
I guess, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, everything's kind of going crazy.
Look something.
Yeah, now it's starting to get overrun with Uruk-hai.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about this, it probably wasn't the Witch King. Because remember when the Witch King was flying over the marshes, and when it screamed or whatever made its noise, Frodo could feel it?
Yeah.
He didn't fall down like he was feeling it. Like, he didn't say anything. There
Oh,
was no
that's
mention
true.
of
The
that
Witch
name.
King is the one that makes him feel it because he stabbed him.
Yeah. So now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think it was, because otherwise
Maybe
he'd be on
not.
the ground, like, wreathing in pain.
Okay, so I thought the origin of Fell Beast is kind of unknown, but they were just bred by Sauron. That's all it says. It's Sauron bred.
Fair enough.
I thought there was going to be some more detailed origin, like they were eagles that had fallen into darkness.
Nope.
That would have been cool.
Yeah,
They're here with no
No.
explanation. Get over it.
they're called Fell Beast. I was like, what?
Yeah, noble beast that fell. That would have
Yeah.
been cool.
No, they were just bred. They were just bred by Sauron. That's it.
Thanks a lot, Tolkien.
We cut back to Helm's Deep now. Everybody's overrun with Uruk-hai. Everybody that's left are essentially almost the main people.
Yep.
There's even a white hand flag where Theoden was originally standing.
True.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very true. Yep, we're in the
I like
hall.
how they set up. They had time to set up these flags. They're like, okay, this is really important, so that everyone outside knows.
If you ever played Dragon Age, I set up flags wherever I go. You better know this shit's mine now.
Yeah, it's like peeing on your territory.
Pretty much.
They're breaking into the keep. We're like, man, what do we do? This sucks. There's only one passage and it leads into the mountains, but they will not get far. The Uruk-hai
Okay, so
are
that's
too
what
many.
that's what I was talking about. Yeah, there was like a little secret passage, but it wasn't gonna work anyway.
Right, too many Uruk-hai, I guess.
This is where Theoden turns into a little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
They're
much.
too many. Just give up.
What can we do against
He finally
this
finds
reckless
his
hate?
balls eventually. He's like, oh, they're my
It's
balls.
Aragorn.
Oh yeah, Aragorn has to help.
He's like, ride out with me, ride out to meet them. Let's do this. And then
Let's do this. We
Theoden gets a stinking cool line here. Once he finds his balls, he's like, "Let this be the hour when we draw swords together. Fell deeds awake. Now for the wrath. Now for ruin, and a red dawn." And they climb on the horses. Oh, we also see the sun coming up
He
through
says
the window in the east.
horn of Hammerfell will call once more.
Will ring once more in the deep, right?
And
Sound
who better to blow it than Gimli? Right?
Yeah. Well,
Right, of course.
you know,
The
he has
dwarf
the
lungs.
the dwarf lungs.
Like somebody who's not from Rohan, who's never been there before. Let's blow it for the last time.
Yeah, right.
Not even his race.
Yeah.
So we're fully prepared to die here. Like, let's go out with a blaze of glory. So we ride out on the horses, cotton them all down, get out to the bridge. And who do we see on the horizon as the sun comes up? Gandalf and Shadowfax.
So I brought this up when we were watching it, but something I think they said in the books, a huge disadvantage of Helm's Deep is that they don't get to use their horses, which is the main advantage of Rohirrim.
Right.
Yep.
The horses
horse
are
lords, yeah.
the horse lords. That's like their main advantage in battle.
See, if we're being real though, if they had the horses, like let's say they went to Helm's Deep with the horses, I think the best idea for them is to just hole up, get all of the armies right there, and then
Yeah.
come around from a fake forest maybe, and
Some would,
slaughter them all from the back.
some would call it a pincer maneuver.
Jon Snow would.
Pincer, yeah. So yeah.
We see Gandalf in the sun, and then we see Carl Urban right next to him.
Behold.
Éomer.
Behold.
And I want somebody to dub over his "To the King" line where he screams "To the King." I want to dub over "Behold my stuff" instead.
Behold
I'm pretty sure this is a meme, but maybe. Is it a meme? Yeah, it is a meme. Yeah. Disney in 2020. Literally everything. I like the literally
My
everything.
stuff.
I love
It's
it.
like my favorite line in that movie. Behold my stuff.
Yeah. Sorry, I'll stop.
These for a place in Midgard called Tex Ass.
Chick's ass.
All of the horses sprint down the hill at full speed,
Such a
swords
steep
drawn.
hill, dude.
Dude,
Such a
it's
steep
so
hill. I'm sorry.
steep. It's so awesome.
Dude, if one of those horses eats shit, do you know how many are eating shit?
Yeah, like all of
Like
them.
you're taking a big risk there.
Right.
But it's okay. The Uruk-hai look ready for this, man. They're like, all right, we're going to do this. There's nothing that can deter us from beating these horses right now.
Spears are ready, dude.
Also, I like that Gandalf uses one of his powers that he uses he uses 2 or 3 times in the series where he just shines a bright light and it blinds like everyone in that
The
direction.
solar flare, yep.
Yeah.
He learned that from Krillin
From Krillin. So all
because
the
he uses it against the Nazgul once.
so all the orc pikemen are like
Yeah, that
Oh, it's
blinds
so
them.
bright. Let me just lift my defenses
right?
and get ran over by a horse.
So they're all blinded by the light as they crash in. We cut back to the ends.
Good.
This part is fine because now we're storming Isengard.
Oh, okay. I thought
This is the part I like, man, because we're storming Isengard. We're throwing rocks at
breaking
orcs.
down little towers.
Yep, we're knocking in the.
Also, here's Sauron the whole time.
Saruman,
Saruman ledge to ledge.
Saruman's just looking flustered the whole time.
Yeah, Saruman. He's just going from ledge to ledge. That's all he's doing.
pretty much back and forth. Like, I can't believe this is happening.
Like, you
Who
said-
could
you
have
said-
foreseen
You
this?
said Sauron, and I said Saruman, and when you
yeah.
said Saruman, I couldn't tell if you were saying Saruman or Sorry Man, but I accept both.
Yeah. Meant to say Saruman.
He's like, I can't believe this is happening. The Ents are destroying everybody. They're climbing on top of people. They're still throwing rocks. Now they decide to break the dam, release the river. They pull the wall down. The water comes rushing in, starts filling up the holes where they breed the Uruk-hai.
The orcs down there breeding orc.
Oh, that's where the wargs are. That's where they're like forges for like making armor and swords. Yeah, you just took that part out. You took out everything that he had, pretty much.
Imagine if you were already having a bad day at work as an orc, like spawning, and then you look up and see all that water. You're like,
No. Imagine this. Imagine this. You're getting ripped out of the oozy stuff. You look up and then dead.
that's your
You drown, dude.
that's your first seconds of
That
life.
would suck, man.
I'm meant for something. I really.
I said for a minute that I really like how their feet are like how their toes are like roots.
Yeah.
So when this water is rushing by, they just like root into the ground essentially and just stand through the water. I think that's really awesome too.
I thought the dude whose head was on fire putting it out in the water was freaking great.
That was hilarious.
Oh, I love
Small details that you notice. Man.
You know,
It's so
somebody in the
funny.
writing room was like, the one on fire needs to put his head in the water.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah.
Yeah, he does. We're not just gonna let him die.
But yeah.
Oh,
so-
okay. So it's an extended scene that I was talking about. As Treebeard discovers that Saruman has used Fangorn Forest for fuel, Pippin notes that the forest is moving. These Hurons are making their way to Helm's Deep to take revenge on the Uruk-hai.
Oh.
The forest does walk over there.
Oh wow. Hey,
And without that extended scene,
All your anger's gone.
Your anger would still be there. So I guess that's a necessary extended scene. I guess.
How confused were the Rohan people? Like, that forest wasn't there.
We just got. There's no way.
You can't fool me.
You can't fool me.
Also, as they're moving into position, nobody was like, "The fuck's going on over there?"
I'm more like when the orcs were retreating, they're like, this forest wasn't here, but let's go.
Oh, good. There's a forest to block our escape.
Something that wasn't here 7 hours ago is now here. Let's go.
Something tells me Orcai aren't that smart, though.
We cut back to Osgiliath. Frodo gets up and starts heading towards the Fell Beast. Sam's like, what the heck, dude? He almost grabs him, and then he like, yeah,
Sam has to do this like so many times where he has to
many
grab his
times,
hand
dude.
from
He's
the ring.
almost, because he's almost putting on the ring. Where's it at? Oh my god.
Literally, anytime in this series you see Frodo going like this, where's Sam?
Where's Sam?
Where's
he
Sam
at?
at?
Where's he at? He ain't far behind.
Right.
Right.
There's two things you can count on in the world. When Frodo's about to put on that ring, Sam will be there. And when we start talking about milk mommies, Anna will not be far behind.
What? Milk jug mommies? What are they called?
I forgot what he said. Yeah.
Big milk mommy.
Big
Milk
Milk Mommy.
mommy.
Big milky mommy, I think.
I'm just like, Anna, my search history will look kind of strange.
For some reason, every time I go to the podcast, I have to delete my search history before I go home.
If you're not familiar, that was on the
Monday's episode.
base episode of Velocity.
I did
Entertainment.
get-
That's velocityentertainment.com/Velocity Entertainment.
I did get beat. Yeah. Also, nice plug.
Oh, this is how he knows about the torture thing.
Yeah. I get
Anna's
tortured.
always beating.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks to you guys.
No, that's funny.
I had a peaceful relationship before I came on this podcast.
He grabs Frodo, pushes him out of the way. Frodo, they tumble down the stairs. He pulls out Sting and almost stabs Sam in the head. He's like, dude, it's me. It's your Sam. Please don't do this. It's too long. I'm not going to read it all, but Sam gets an amazing
Yeah, it's great.
beautiful
monologue
speech,
here where
beautiful
he's
speech.
pretty much talking about,
He got an Oscar for it.
The good in the world.
all of the good in the world. Essentially, there's so much bad. Like, why do people push on?
And Frodo
and
gives
he
him that
knows
basic
now.
answer, and he goes, "Because there's good things in the world we're fighting for."
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's a really awesome monologue.
It's a basic but good answer.
Faramir over here.
Even
is
Gollum
this.
did too. Gollum
Yeah.
was like,
Yep, Gollum and
"Good things,
Faramir
precious."
both overhear this. Faramir decides they're finally on the same page. They understand each other. And he's like, what's his right-hand man or whatever? He's like, you know the laws of our country, laws of your father. If you let them go, your life will be forfeit. Then let it be forfeit.
Been forfeit since Boromir decided to be awesome, and
His
nobody
right-
cared about me.
His right hand man dies like a pretty gruesome death in the next movie.
Oh yeah, it's that like general
Madril.
Yeah.
Madril is his name.
creepy fucker.
Yep, he releases them. They shake hands.
Kind of gives him
Yeah.
the direction on which way to go from here.
Yeah,
But we cut back to Helm's Deep before this. Essentially, Gandalf. They've won. They've gotten the orcs to retreat. Yeah, they're like, all of our faiths pretty much rest on two little hobbits now. The battle for Middle Earth is about to begin. We may have won the battle, but yes, we get the.
Oh, keep talking. I gotta show you guys a meme because it's related to this scene.
Probably gay then, huh?
It probably is gay. So, I didn't get out of Anna's.
Oh, terrible profile.
Yeah.
Anyways, what scene we're at now?
Yes. After the orcs retreat, the woods kill them all. We cut back to Frodo and Sam. It's an extended scene where they're showing the sewers. Faramir's showing them how to leave through the sewers. Yep. He's taking them through a path. I forget the name of the path that Gollum plans on taking them through, but
It's the road through Minas Morgul.
essentially, yes.
And this is an extended scene.
And it
I'm
seems
pretty
like
Yes.
which,
This is extended.
which was not. Yeah, I would say it's not in the original, but it seems like Faramir knows what's up there.
Yeah,
That's why
it's-
he's like no, like don't.
sure. Yeah.
Don't do it. We have to, essentially. He's like, hey, may death come to you quick if any harm befalls them.
Yeah.
And Smeagol's like, kind of gives him this little douchey little smile before
Yeah.
we cut to Frodo and Sam in the woods.
Yeah.
This is where Sam's like, I hope they tell stories, you know? I wonder if they tell stories about us. Like, what does he call Frodo? Was really courageous, wasn't he? Calls him courageous.
Yes, he was my boy.
And now we see Frodo's back for now, back to Frodo, because he's like, I want to hear stories about Samwise the Brave, man. I want to hear more about Sam.
Yeah.
Frodo wouldn't have gotten very far without him.
Yep.
That's true.
Very
100%
true.
The Prancing Pony.
That's
That's as far as he would have
That's
gotten.
as far. What do you even gotten that far, really? Probably get lost in the forest on the way there and put on the ring.
Yeah. What do I do?
I was about to say, yeah, when they were hiding under the tree, he would have put the ring on and they would have died.
Yeah.
Right there, man.
Not too sad to see Merry and Pippin die, but Frodo, come on.
Come on.
Idiots.
Idiot. I mean, Frodo gets the short end of the stick here. We make fun of him a lot, but he has that.
I mean,
resilience.
obviously, he's got the burden.
He's got the resilience and the burden. Yeah.
It sucks. So Smeagol disappears. He's talking to himself again. He's like, we need to kill them both and take the ring. Then it'll be ours. And they're like, no, we can't do that. The fat one's always watching.
Yeah.
He's like, she could do it. We don't know who she is, but
But that's in her name. Spoiler.
that's in her name.
I want to find this meme. I can't find it. Oh well.
He decides that he's gonna lead them to her so that she can do it, and then they'll take the ring. Smeagol can take the ring when he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Then he pops out, says, "Come on, hobbits, this way." They both follow him down the wooded road. Then the camera moves up and shows Mordor. They're much, much closer now.
Whole lot closer.
Whole lot closer. We see the Mountain Doom.
Sorry.
We see Mount Doom. We see the Eye of Sauron, and then the movie fades to black, and that is the end of the Two Towers. All right, let's see this meme.
No, this wasn't the
He
meme.
can't find it. He said
I can't.
Oh,
This one's funny, but like, because how did they Photoshop Gimli to smile like that? Is that but no, I can't find the meme. I'm sorry, but I do like the end of that because it's like, oh, so much suspense. Oh, right when we were talking about how this guy dies. Spoiler. But yeah.
anyway, I really like this one. There's
Yeah.
a lot of world building.
Yeah.
If that's the word I'm looking for, it's
The first half was a lot of setup. Second half was a lot of action.
that's the thing about these movies is that honestly, the first half of a lot of these movies is just setup.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what makes them so good,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. It really is.
Like the whole reason.
Even the Treebeard stuff was important if you think about
Well,
it.
and like I said, it wasn't as egregious as I thought it was.
stupid old guy.
As I thought it was watching it, a while ago. I used to think it was like really, really long and boring, but it's really not that bad.
Wait, they why do they keep doing that? Return of the Bowmaster. I can't even watch this. The Psychopath. I can't. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's what makes this Helm's Deep battle like my favorite battle. Essentially, is because of all of that preparation, that setup, that.
See, that's what makes the last battle the best for me. I don't know. There's a lot because it's the whole trilogy setting up to it.
Got a lot of
I
problems.
just feel
down here.
like.
I love.
I just feel like, yes, that Helm's Deep is obviously, Aragorn is probably not going to die. Legolas is probably not going to die. But even during Helm's Deep, I feel there are stakes. This is where it is right here.
Mm-hmm.
That final battle in the third one, not at one moment did I think, hey, they might lose this. Not once.
Really?
Not once do I feel like they're possibly going to. Even when the Oliphaunts come in, I'm like, oh, well, Legolas just took one down by himself.
And
so obviously they're not going to lose this battle.
If you think about it, the thing that Helm's Deep and Minas Tirith battle have in common, they basically did lose if you think about it, because they pushed them all the way up to one tiny room in both battles.
Right.
Like you're at one tiny room with like a few soldiers.
Yeah. But I just the weight of Helm's Deep is more to me.
Also,
I don't know. It
and
just
the
feels
weird
more
thing
hopeless.
is in the third one, you almost get two end battles because you get the Battle of Minas Tirith and then you get the Battle of the Black Gate.
Yeah.
Well, and then you get the Deus Ex Machina at the end of the third movie. I won't go into it, but I mean, obviously with the ghosts, it's just
yeah.
we're here to solve,
All of them. Yeah.
all of the problems.
Pretty much.
But
Yeah.
we'll get to that when we get to the next movie. Like I said, and Helm's Deep has inspired so many other battles, including Battle of the Bastards, including the Battle of Winterfell. These don't exist without Helm's Deep, man. It's heralded as one of like the best I'm sorry, it's essentially the same. It's hopeless, and then a third mysterious army comes in with horses
Yeah.
to save the day.
Hey, but isn't that the Ex Machina thing you were talking about? Like, yeah.
Well, yes,
They
but
come in and save the day at the very end.
well, yes, and I mean you gotta earn it sometimes. I feel like the setup and payoff for that ghosts thing was all in the same movie. Like, like we've gone through, I don't know, 2 movies of
I
these. Yeah, I'll get into it more when I can talk about the third one freely. I don't want to go into future spoilers too much, but all right, boys, let's talk about MVP.
MVP for the whole movie or that battle or just the whole movie?
I'd say now that we're done with the second movie, we could do the whole movie,
Okay.
just like we did with the first.
I was not gonna like mine.
What is it?
Haldir.
Wait, well,
Without the archers in the beginning, how much of that
I mean,
army
kinda.
they wipe
yeah,
out?
they don't last even like a couple hours without that.
No, they don't make it till morning.
But I would say Elrond, because Elrond was the one who sent them, or you could say Arwen.
Was Elrond wearing a shiny gold?
You're right.
With a purple
You're right.
cape?
Elrond's like, you go do it.
Tanner's not gonna like mine, man. I almost say Treebeard.
Fuck you, Kyle.
Because,
You're
I
not
mean, he
wrong.
saves Merry and Pippin from the orc. He stinking introduces them to Gandalf. He attacks Isengard pretty much.
But he did say no at first. So
Agreed, yes. But when it counted and he saw the
I guess.
destruction, he completely obliterated Saruman. He was done. There's no more making orcs.
yeah.
Speaking of which, very excited for the first scene of the next movie.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Oh.
We will get to
We will
that
get to
soon.
that.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm actually going with your logic. I would actually say Arwen, but
Arwen or Eowyn?
the elf lady.
Arwen.
Arwen.
Oh, you're right. They have like similar names.
They do. They really
It's
do.
very
They,
similar.
they shouldn't have done that.
Aragorn absolutely calls one the other one's name in bed. I'm just saying.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not even sure he knows that the redhead's name.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Shield Maiden, come here.
Okay, so my shoot. I guess I'm gonna agree with Treebeard for now. Although I was gonna say Aragorn. Aragorn, he came back to life basically after taking out a ton of wargs, and then I don't know.
I just don't think he did anything
No, yeah.
that saved the day. Like if anybody, I would say Gandalf.
Yeah, I'll say Gandalf.
But-
Gandalf's an honorable mention for this.
But he's an honorable man. He wasn't
But
even.
he came in at the end.
Yeah, I mean.
He did save the day.
Yeah, let's be
But
real
like I
about
said,
that.
I would say Treebeard because he eliminated that factory essentially.
Because
so
otherwise they would have kept spawning. They just
yeah,
would
they're
have
not
kept
making
spawning.
any more Uruk-hai. Saruman's now trapped, essentially, and yeah,
Locked up in his tower.
That's what I would say.
Okay.
Saruman, let down your hair.
And that's how Rapunzel came to be.
That's right.
So for the first movie, we have Aragorn MVP. Second, we have Treebeard as the MVP.
Now we gotta do sexiest Aragorn.
Now we are moving on to sexiest Aragorn. Does anybody have any other nominees besides slamming the doors
Nope.
open?
Probably it.
It's a TKM right there.
TKM.
Yeah. Were we ever sexiest Legolas actually is difficult though because you have the shield sliding and when he goes like that on the horse.
Yeah.
I get that the shield sliding thing is sexy, but if we're just talking straight, dude, you're hot. It's got to be the eyes that he makes it there and stand on the cliff.
You think that's even over the backflip on the horse or whatever?
After
where
he
it's
shit-
like
after he
full
shoots
sprint?
Yeah, because he shoots so many
When he
wargs.
does the backflip.
It's a tie for me. I'll let you guys decide.
I'm gonna say the horse.
I would say the horse. That'll be sexy as Legolas.
Those beautiful.
Because it's
faded
just
moves.
another example of why elves are so light. It just shows you again how
Yeah.
light they actually are as he's flipping onto the horse.
Yeah,
and
because
stuff.
the
It's
first
so
time I
cool.
watched that, I'm like, that's not how physics works. And I was like a little kid and I knew that. But then I realized
Right, and then you remember that he's
Yeah,
walking
fun
on
elf.
top of snow.
Yeah.
and on top of people, and
It's an elf.
they don't follow physics.
pretty much. All right, now the big one, boys. Time to rank these two movies.
2 Towers better, obviously. Or is anybody gonna disagree?
I do not disagree.
But I do disagree with you guys on the best one because I think it's the last one. But it's fine.
We will get there. We will take an official vote.
We
but,
will get your wrong opinion when we ask. For it.
We will get an official vote.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks when we finish Return of the King. So that has been, or the current rank right now is number 1. We got Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, and number 2 we got Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring.
Do I have to rank them because they're all so good?
They are all amazing. They are all amazing without a doubt. All right, guys, that has been the show. That's it for Velocity Movies in Review. If you like it, remember to follow us on Facebook. You can search Velocity Entertainment to find us. Mm-hmm. And then just recommend us to anybody you think might like movies. Like we've said in the past, after Return of the King, we will be jumping into Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and moving forward with the series from there.
And more movies with Orlando Bloom. Yeet!
Yeah, and are apparently reviewing Orlando Bloom movies exclusively, apparently.
So Kingdom of Heaven's after Pirates
It
of the
sure
Caribbean.
is. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that means we got to do Troy at some point.
Yeah.
Oh wait, who is he playing? Oh,
Paris.
He's
Yeah.
Paris, yeah.
Yes.
All right, I changed my mind.
All right, change my mind.
No more Orlando Bloom. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Tune in next week for Return of the King Part 1. And we hope you have a wonderful week. We will talk to you with the normal Velocity Entertainment on Monday. Thanks again, guys. Remember, we're on podcast services everywhere. YouTube and Facebook. You can just search Velocity Entertainment 360 and you will find us. Thanks again, guys. We appreciate every view, and we will see you on Monday.
Yeet.
Yeet.